Let's go ahead and get started, seated right here with our legs crossed, our shoulders down, sitting up nice and tall, reaching through the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Go ahead and relax your wrists on your knees and take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And let's do that again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then you're going to bring your chest to your left knee, over to your right knee, and back to the center. Big body circles right here. Just getting some movement into that body, getting warmed up. One more in this direction. And then let's go to the other side. Good. Reaching still through the crown of the head right here, so don't let your head hang down. One more in this direction. Good, and hold it in the center. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, the right arm comes onto the floor and the left arm reaches over, keeping the hips on the mat. Good, nice stretch. Back to the center and switch, reach. And center, and one more on each side. Reach, and center, and last time, reach, and center. Then roll the shoulders back 2 times, and let's come on to all fours. So your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Open up those fingertips nice and wide like starfish. Press the fingertips into the floor. Round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. Drop your tummy down, open up your chest, look up. Good. Exhale as you arch. Inhale as you drop down. One more time, exhale, arch. Inhale, drop down. Now bring your spine into a neutral position. Draw your shoulder blades down. Tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly button in. Extend the right arm out with your thumb up. And the left leg extends with the hips continue to stay parallel to the floor and your foot flexed. Reach to the crown of the head, balance, and switch. Nice and controlled, left arm, right leg, extend. Push through the heel, engage that glute, and switch. One more time on each side, reach, hold, breathe, and switch. Good, and then bring the hands under the shoulder, the knees under the hip. Draw the shoulder blades down again, tuck the tailbone under. Just tuck the toes under and lift the knees barely off the floor so you're just hovering. You're engaging the front of the legs here. Draw the shoulder blades down, pull the belly button in. If you want to, go for a little walk here or just stay. One more on each side. Drop the knees down, flatten out the feet, bring the hips back into child's pose. Walk the fingertips forward, press the palms down into the floor. Relax your forehead down. Reach to those fingertips. Then from here, bring the hips forward, dropping down towards the floor into up dog, looking up towards the ceiling, maybe lift the knees off the floor. Then drop the knees back down and push it back into the child's pose. Let's do that one more time. Drop the hips forward, look up, maybe lift the knees off the floor if you can. Good, smile. Bring the knees down and push it back into child's pose. Then come on forward so your hands are under your shoulders and you're in a modified plank. You're going to turn the inside of the elbows forward and slowly come all the way down onto the mat. Keep the elbows close to the torso as you come down. Good, make a little pillow with your hands. Relax your forehead. Bring your heels together, toes apart. Squeeze the thighs towards each other and lift the feet off the floor. Inner thighs, glutes, and hamstrings and lower back are working. Relax it down. Squeeze the heels together, lift the legs off the floor so your thighs are slightly off the mat, and breathe. And relax. Now reach your arms behind you. The palms are facing towards your heels. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift up the chest, lift up the legs, and then reach the hands back and squeeze the heels together. So lower back, glutes, hamstrings, inner thighs, upper back, back of the shoulders, and triceps. Then relax. Let's do that one more time. Lift and reach. And breathe. And relax it down. Now bring your feet mat width apart so your toes are still turned out. Lift up the chest, the legs, and reach the hands back. Hold it here and pump the arms up towards the ceiling to get those triceps activated. Breathe, keep the neck in line with the spine, so look down at the floor and relax it down. Then bring your feet together with your hands under your shoulders and push yourself back into child's pose. Come back onto all fours with the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Draw the shoulder blades down, pull the belly button in. Bring your right hip towards your right shoulder, then the left hip towards the left shoulder, like you're wagging the tail. Engaging the obliques, the muscles on the side of the torso here. Good, one more on each side. Good, and hold it in the center. Extend the legs back into full plank or drop the knees down here into modified plank. So wrists are right under the shoulders, belly buttons pulled in, squeeze your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings. Maybe walk your feet a little closer towards your wrists, push back through the heels, or modify on the knees. Breathe. Think about strong chest, shoulders, biceps, and triceps. Continue squeezing the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings, the inner thighs, and the calves. Then drop the knees down, flatten out the feet, turn the inside of the elbows back forward, and slowly come back down. You're using those triceps. Good. You're going to bring the hands about one hand above the shoulder here. Bring your feet mat width apart. Maybe watch me on the first one right here. I'm going to keep the shoulders down, push the upper body up, and then slowly come back down. But let the elbows be close to your torso though. Don't let the elbows flare out. So press up and slowly down. Neck stays in the line with the spine. Press up and slowly back down. Let's do that one more time. Press up and slowly back down. So we'll add on the lower body. So upper body presses up. As the upper body comes down, the lower body lifts. Lift up to the front, reach to the back. Lift up to the front, reach to the back. Try to keep the shoulders down. One more. Then keep the feet down. Bring the toes together and push it into a wide child's pose. I hope you are warmed up by now. You're going to come forward, elbows under the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blade down. Lift the hips up either into modified plank or tuck the toes under into full plank. Alternating, lifting up one leg at a time. That can be right here on the knees. So if you're on the toes, reach to the heel, elongate that leg. Think about lifting up through the glute. Breathe. Anytime you need a break, go back into child's pose. Do one more on each side. Good, and bring the knees down and rotate onto your left side so the left elbows under the shoulder. Bend the bottom leg so the knees are stacked and the hips are stacked and the hips come up. Arm comes up here, so shoulders are stacked. Lift the leg, tap it down. Lift, tap. If you have shoulder problems, you can always come to right here. But think about keeping your core engaged. Good. Two more. Good. Bring that leg down, bring the hip down, and let's switch to the other side. So right elbow is under the shoulder. Bend that bottom leg so the hips are stacked, the knees are stacked, the hip comes up. Right here, lift the leg, tap it down. Good. Keep the neck in the line with the spine here too, so don't let the head hang down. Belly button's pulled in. One more. Good. Bring the leg down, bring the hip down. We're going to rotate them out back and grab your ball, block, or pillow, whatever you have. You're going to bring your feet a little closer than ball width apart, so there's tension on the ball already. The hands go behind the head and shoulders lift. Right here, squeeze the ball, little pulse of squeeze, release, squeeze, release. My head is just resting in the hands, my elbows are open. I'm activating my core by just having upper body lifted, and I'm working my inner thighs by squeezing the ball. You can do this without a ball and just holding it up. Good, then hold that squeeze, exhale up, inhale down. Continue squeezing. When you're squeezing the ball, you're activating some inner thigh muscles, which activates some of the deeper abdominal muscles. Exhale up, inhale back. Remember, your head does not come back on the floor. Keep the squeeze going. By now, your inner thighs should be burning. Blow that air out. 3 more. 2, 1. Bring the head on the floor, the hands down, the hips into bridge. Your inner thighs are still working, alternating, lifting up one heel at a time. Now, if you want to add on, you can lift your arms off the floor. That gives you a little bit more work in the glutes and the hamstrings here. Lift, tap, so you can do this without the ball. Try to keep the shoulders down and press the shoulder blades down into the mat. 1 more on each side. Good, and then slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, press your spine down into the floor. Good. Once down there, bring the hands back behind the head and shoulders lift. This time the legs are in tabletop, so knees over hips. Bottom leg is parallel to the floor. Exhale up, squeeze the ball. Inhale, release it gently. Exhale up. Inhale down. Remember, when you're lifting, you're using your abdominal muscles to lift. You're not pulling on the neck. Use those inner thighs to squeeze the ball. 2 more. Last one. Bring the feet back on the floor. The head down, the hands down, the hips back up. Squeeze the ball, and if you want to add on, extend the right leg out. Now you can do that without the ball. Just one leg extended. Bend that leg and switch. Keep the hip lifted though, so don't let the booty drop down. And switch, extend. And switch. 1 more time. Good, bring the foot down. Squeeze the ball and slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, press the spine back down. Looks great. Excellent. Then from here, tuck your tailbone under, bring the legs back into tabletop, flex your feet. You're going to put your hands on top of your thighs right here, and the knee part. Draw the shoulder blades down, the rib cage down. Squeeze the ball and push the palms into the knees and the knees into the palms. Your spine is pressing down towards the floor. You got that pelvic tilt going. You're breathing. Control it. Everything is working. If you need a break, take a break and then come back to the exercise. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a little breather. Let's do that 1 more time. So legs in tabletop, hands on top of the thighs, shoulder blades down. Squeeze the ball. Engage the core. Continue your breath. Think of all the muscles that are working here. Pretty much everything. Continue with that breath. We don't want to hold the breath. And hug the knees into the chest. Grab the ball with your hands, extend the arms up, bring the legs back in tabletop. Draw the shoulder blades down, squeeze the ball, release it. Squeeze, release. If you don't have a ball, you're just pushing the palms together right here. You're activating chest, shoulders, and biceps. Good. If you want to add on with the legs, extend the legs out, heels together, toes apart. Squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. Continue pushing and releasing the ball. You can add on by lifting the head and shoulders up and bring the hands behind you a little bit. But if you feel the lower back, keep the arms extended overhead and the knees bend. Then put the ball on top of the shin and relax your head down. Lift head and shoulders up, squeeze the ball, extend the arms and the legs, heels together, toes apart, and bring it back to center. Extend and center. Inhale here, exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Put the head down. Put the ball between the knees. You're going to put your hands under your hips so they're slightly elevated. Your legs come into tabletop. Draw the shoulder blades down. Squeeze the ball. Tap the feet down. Pull them back to tabletop. Inhale down. Exhale lift. Good. Thinking about using your lower abdominal muscles to bring the legs back into tabletop here. You can do this without the ball. 2 more. Hug the knees into the chest and put the ball between the ankles. So if you don't have a ball, you're going to just bring the heels together, toes apart. If you have the ball, the ankles are pressing into the ball. The hands go back under the hips. Now you can go back to knees bent, tap down and up here, or keep the legs extended. Inhale, legs come down. Exhale, lift. If you want to add on, lift head and shoulders off the mat. You can look at your thighs, but not if it bothers your neck. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Squeeze the ball. Or push the heels together. Use that exhalation to bring the legs back up. 1 more time. And then hug the knees into the chest. You're going to grab the ball with your hands. Squeeze the palms into the ball. Extend the legs up. Again, heels together, toes apart here. You're going to tap the right foot into the ball, left leg comes down. Tap, 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 tap. If you don't have a ball, you just do the leg movement. Tap, 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 tap. You can lift head and shoulders up. You can bring legs closer down towards the floor. Holding onto that ball just adds a little upper body strength. One more on each side. Good. Hug the knees and relax it down. Good. Go ahead and put the ball over to the side. Come on up to a seated position. And if you have a band, you're going to put the band above the knee. I'll give you a little time to put that on. Try to keep it flat if possible. It feels a lot better that way. So it's above the knee so you can't run away. Once you have the band between the knees, you're going to come on your side. So the elbows under the shoulder. Good. Your core is engaged. You created this nice triangle right here. Keep that triangle. Keep your hips stacked. Your feet are in line with your booty right here. Keep the heels together. Open up the knee. Bring it back. So it's not here. It's staying tall and here. Smaller movement, but you're going to feel it right here. And the small part of the glute here. Pull that belly button in. You should feel it right here. You feel the outer thigh and your shoulder stability right here. Good. Smile. No slouching into the shoulder. Good. Hold it up right here. Lift that foot up. Give me the lifts. Lift. So now the legs are parallel to each other. Again, if you have shoulder problems, you can always come down here. Good. Lift. Core tight. Hold it here. You're going to bring the heel together. Knee together, heel together. Knee together, heel together. Open up that band. No slouching in the shoulder. By now, that top leg is getting a good workout. Stay tall. 1 more. Hold it here. Bring the knee forward. Push back to the heel, so flex that foot. Don't move the upper body. So forward and push. Forward and press. When you're pressing back, it's the whole glute and the hamstring. When you're coming forward, it's the quad. Press. 1 more. Good. Bring the knees together and rotate to the other side. You still with me? All right. So left elbow under the shoulder. Create your triangle here. Bring the knees in front. The heels are in line with your booty. Heels are together. Nice and tall. Open the knee. Bring it back down. Good. This is tight. This is tall. This is working. You got it. Good attitude, right? No slouching in the shoulder. Good. Hold the leg, the knee up, and bring the other foot up and lift. leg is parallel to the other leg. A little lift. Stop. Stay tall. Woo! It always seems like the second leg works a little harder. Hold it here. Knee together, heel together. Knee, heel. Don't move the hips. Knee, heel. Good. Knee, heel. One more. Good. Hold it here. Bring the knee forward. Push back through the heel. Engage that glute. Knee forward. Try not to move that body forward and back, but stay stable. Keeping the core engaged to keep it from moving. Push. Press through. One more. Good. Bring your knees together. Come around on all fours. So we all should have worked the right leg. So let's go ahead and do the left leg first. I'm going to turn around so you can see me better. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Core tight, left leg. Flex that foot, push the heel up. That's it. Press. We're getting all the different angle of that glute. Now you've got to feel the outside of that right leg starting to work too. Just from holding you up. Keep the belly button pulled in. Stay tall to the shoulder. Let's do 5 more on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee down. Switch sides. You can stay where you are. We're just going to switch legs here. Right leg comes up. Push. Keep that belly button in. Good. 5 more. 5. Stay tall. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees together. Push it into child's pose. We're not quite done with the band yet. We're going to come up and bring the legs around. So if the band kind of rolled up, make sure it's flattened out again. We're going to lay on your back. You're going to start with your feet shoulder width apart here. And the knees pointing up towards the ceiling. The hands behind the head and shoulders lift. You're going to exhale up, pull the knees apart. Inhale back to starting position. Exhale, inhale. So don't let the knees come all the way together. There should be tension on the band the whole time. Blow that air out. You should start feeling the outer thighs and the glute here, and of course your abdominal muscles. Hold the upper body upright here, pull the knees out. Little pulses, pull, pull, pull. Sadly enough, in this position, you can feel that the inner thighs are relaxed because they start wiggling around a little bit. That's everybody, not just you. Good, bring the head down, the hands down. There's still tension on the band. We're almost done with the band. Lift the hips up. Good, little pulses out, out, out. If you want to, reach arms up. Make sure the hips are lifted so your glutes are engaged. Woo! I'm feeling my booty. Good, hold it right here. Keep the tension on the band. Lift the heels, tap them down. Lift, tap the whole time. The butt stays up here. The glutes, the hamstrings, the outer thighs, and the calves are working. Almost there. 2 more. Good. Bring the heels down. Slowly press the spine back down into the floor. Good. Bring the knees together. Hug them in. And then from here you can take the band off and put it to the side. We're going right back on our back. If you had to get up, you're going to extend the right leg out, the left leg in, and switch. Maybe lift head and shoulders up, and maybe bring the feet closer to the floor if you want to add on. The head can always come down, and the legs can always come up towards the ceiling if needed. Keep the leg movement going and bring the hands behind the head. Breathe. 1 more on each side. Good, hug the knees into the chest. We're going to add that rotation. So hands behind the head, head and shoulders lift, right leg out, right shoulder, left knee, and switch. Get that rotation. Remember, the elbows are open. It's the shoulder that's reaching over to get more of the contraction in the obliques. One more on each side. Good, hug the knees into the chest. Extend the legs up, heels together, toes apart. Hold on behind the left leg, the right leg comes down. Here's your modification, knees are bent. Head and shoulders lift if you want to add on. Give that leg a nice little hug. This one, I love this exercise, it always feels so good. Gives you getting that stretch at the same time as you're working your core. Keep the leg movement going, bring the hands behind the head if you want to. If you feel the lower back, make the leg movement a little smaller. Or you can always bring your hands under your hips here. One more on each side. Good, and hug the knees into the chest. One more, we're going to extend the legs up and add that rotation. So head and shoulders lift, right leg down, right shoulder, left knee, and switch. Looking good. One more on each side. Good, hug the knees into the chest. And then rotate onto your right side. Right side, right elbow under the shoulders. Nice straight line, ear, hip, heel. Again, modification, knee is bend, the bottom knee. Or one foot in front of the other, or one foot on top of the other. Reach that arm up. You're starting here with stacked shoulders. Inhale, exhale, reach underneath. And then back up. And reach underneath. And then back up. Good. Reach, think about the obliques, and back up. Let's do two more. And back up. Last one. And if you want to make it a star, lift up the top leg and smile. Nice. You could stay here forever, right? Oh, but we have other things to do. Bring your leg down, the hip down, and switch sides. All right, left elbow under the shoulder. Decide where you want to put a bottom knee here, leg extended, or one foot in front of the other, on top of the other. Reach here. Inhale, exhale underneath, and back up. See, roll to the shoulder. Almost flew back there, and back up, and reach. And back up. Two more. Last one. And if you want to do that star, go ahead and lift up the top legs. Keep the shoulders stacked. Smile. Reach that leg. Bring this leg down, the hip down. And come back around on your hands. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are back here into modified plank. Or tuck the toes under, come into full plank. Walk the toes a little closer towards your wrist. Push back to the heels. Tap from side to side. Good. When I'm tapping from side to side, I'm continue looking down at the floor. Because if I look down at my toes, my butt always wants to come up. And I want to keep that butt in alignment with the head and the heels. Remember, those hands are directly under the shoulders. One more on each side. Good, hold it right here, push back to the heels, reach forward to the crown of the head, breathe. Drop the knees down, the left leg comes out to the side, the right leg extend, the right arm comes up into modified side plank. Hold it here, nice and strong. Bring it to the center, rotate to the other side. Stack the shoulders, come back to the center. Bring the right elbow under the shoulder, the left elbow under the shoulder. You're still in modified plank here. You're going to drop the right hip down, center, left hip. If you want to do that in full plank, come on the toes. Dip down, center, dip down, center. Good. Woo, cracking going on in my body. Feels better now. One more on each side. Good. Bring the knees down. Take a little breathe in, child's pose. Let's add a little stretch. So walk the hands to the right side of the mat and press the left palm into the floor. Get a nice stretch on the side of the torso here. And then walk it to the other side. Good, and then walk it back to the center.
Hands are under the shoulders, walk the knees back. Draw the shoulder blades down. You can stay here or tuck the toes under. This time the heels are together, the toes are apart. You're pushing back through the heels, squeezing them together, and then reaching forward through the crown of the head. Think about squeezing your inner thighs, your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your calves, your chest, your shoulders, your biceps, your triceps. Anytime you need to drop the knees down, drop them down. Good, bring the heels apart. Push back through the heels, hold it a little longer if you can. Good, drop the knees down and push it back into child's pose. One more time. All right, you're gonna bring the legs around. We're gonna come on your back. We're gonna extend the right leg up. Turn the hips slightly out so your toes are pointing outwards a little bit. The left foot stays either on the floor or extends out. If it's extended out and you feel in the lower back, go back to bent knee. Engage your core, so tuck the tailbone under, draw the shoulder blades down, and then circle the right leg without moving the hips. So you can be right here. Good, maybe hands relaxed on the side of the mat here. Or sometimes I like to put the hands on top of the hips so I can tell that the hips are not moving. Circle the other way. Looking good, come on. Core is controlled here. Hold that leg up here, bend the left leg and lift the hip up. So left glute is engaged, right knee to left knee and back up towards the ceiling. Inhale down, exhale left. Draw the shoulder blades down and press them down into the floor. One more. Good, bend that leg. Slowly press the spine down into the floor. Don't skip over the lower part of your spine. Great, bring the arms out to the side, rock the legs from side to side. Good, and then bring it back to the center, tuck the tailbone under, extend the left leg out, turn the hips slightly out. Either keep that right leg bent or straighten it out. Circle. Good, relax those arms. We'll put them on your hips so you can feel if the hips are moving. Circle the other way. Hold the leg up here, bend that right leg, lift the hip up, left knee to right knee and back up towards the ceiling. So my right ankle is directly under my right knee here. Two more. Last one. Bend that knee and then slowly press the spine back into the floor. Good. Put your hands under your hips. Tuck the tailbone under and extend the legs up. Heels together, toes apart. You're going to bring the legs to the left side of the mat. You're going to bring them down, around, up. Lift the hips up and bring them down on the right and around back up on the left. Like you're making a big smiley face on the ceiling right here. Down, around, and lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. You can always do this with knee bend right here. Keep those legs extended, or maybe even bring the hands behind the head. That makes it more challenging. One more on each side. Last one. Good, hug the knees into the chest. Bring them actually towards the shoulders to knees so you can rock yourself from side to side. Hold on behind your thighs and rock yourself up. We're going to do a tabletop. So when the hands are behind you, the feet are shoulder width apart, roll the shoulders back and lift the hips up. If you can't do this, you're going down on the floor into bridge right here, slowly pressing down and up. So otherwise you're with me right here. Open up the chest, feet are shoulder width apart, hips come up. Good. So my hands are under my shoulders, my ankles are under my knees. I'm going to bend the elbows, stick the butt down, and then push the hips up towards the ceiling, extend the arms. Bend
and extend. Work those triceps. Bend and extend and squeeze the glutes. Good. Working those back of the arms right there and the back of the booty. Hold it up on this last one. If you want to extend the right leg out, bend that leg and switch. If you're on the bridge, just keep pushing the spine back into the floor and bringing it back up. Switch. Switch. Good. Both feet down. Bring the hips down. Stretch out your wrists for a second here. Shake them out. We're going to do a reverse plank. So the hands go in the same position. This time the legs are extended. Heels together, toes apart. Draw the shoulder blades back and then lift the hips up. So my wrists are still under my shoulders. My inner thighs are pressing towards each other. Hold it right here. Or if you want to extend one leg out. Whoo, that's hard. Switch. Don't let the booty drop down. Switch. One more. Switch. Good. Bring the heels down, the butt down. Whew. Stretch out your triceps right here. Reaching for the center of the back, pushing the elbow down. And switch. Good. So if you still have the ball, again, you don't need the ball for it, but grab the ball, put it between your hands. You're going to sit up nice and tall with your feet flexed. If you need to bend your knees to take pressure off the lower back, you can do that. Squeeze the ball with the palm of your hands. Inhale here, exhale, squeeze and reach forward. Inhale, exhale, back up. You can do this without the ball, and just reaching forward, pulling the belly button in. Still getting that nice stretch in the back of the legs. Remember, keep your feet flexed so the toes are pointing towards the ceiling here. That gives you more of a stretch in the hamstrings. And reach. And back up. One more time. Reach. And back up. You're going to grab the ball with your elbows. If you don't have the ball, you can just put your hands together like this, all right? Right here, squeeze the ball, little pulses, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Start bringing your feet mat width apart here. Squeeze that ball, pulses. Don't let the elbows come down. Keep them in line with your shoulders. You're working your chest, your shoulders, and your biceps. If you feel in the lower back, remember, bend those knees, take the pressure off the lower back. Hold the squeeze and lift the arms up. So if you have the elbows together, push them together and bring the arms up. You're going to feel the shoulders working. Good. Hold it in the center. One more set of squeezes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Starting to get heavy. Come on. We're building cleavage. Core tight. Good. Bring the elbows down. One more exercise. If you want to, if you don't have the ball, you just go on your back and do regular crunches. Otherwise, the ball goes under your lower back. You're going to pull your heels closer to your booty. My feet are about shoulder width apart. If I feel unstable, I can bring the legs a little further apart. Lift the butt off the floor. You can stay right here, or you can bring the hands here, here, or behind the head. Exhale up, inhale down. What's nice about having the ball behind your lower back, it kind of takes the hip flexors out. So if you put your hands right here, you can feel that your hip flexors are actually relaxed versus when you're laying on your back. 2 more. Good, put your hands on your shins, relax. We'll do 1 more set because it was fun. If you want to make it harder, bring the feet closer together. Lift the butt up, decide where you want your hands. Exhale up, inhale down. It's more of a challenge staying on that ball. 1 more. Good, bring the butt down, put the hands on your shins, take the ball and put it over to the side, and then hug the knees. Maybe you're behind the thighs. Give yourself a little hug. Good. Then you're going to go ahead and extend the right leg out. The left leg comes into your inner thigh. Sit up tall. Reach for that ankle or the toes. And then reach the arm up and over. So you're stretching out those obliques from the fingertip all the way to the hip. Try pushing the left knee towards the ground. And maybe slightly open up up the chest towards the ceiling. Good, and then you're turning the chest towards the floor. Pull that belly button in, so maybe you can come forward a little bit further in your stretch. Good, and then slowly roll it up. You're going to bend that front leg, bring the foot behind you. Good. Take the hands behind you, open up the chest, lift the hips up and push that right hip forward so you're getting that stretch in the right quad and hip flexor. You're also stretching the chest and the shoulders here. The triceps are working. You're looking awesome. Good, bring that hip down. Switch, left leg extends, right foot is on the inner thigh. Nice and tall, reach for the foot on the ankle, arm comes up and over, and maybe rotate a little bit towards the ceiling. And then rotate forward. The chest is parallel to the floor. Pull the belly button in, that gets you a little bit more room for stretch. Good, slowly come up, bend that front leg back. Good, hands behind you, open up the chest, and get that hip flexor stretch right here. Good, right in the front of that left quad and the hip right there. Ooh, feels good. Open up that chest, get that chest stretch at the same time. Good. Good, bring it down. You're going to cross the legs, but if you normally have the right foot in the front, put the left foot in the front. Just feels a little weird. Just throw your body off. Good. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the left arm down and the right arm reaches over. Keep the hips on the floor. Notice any change in how flexible you are now that you've warmed up. Bring it back to the center, switch sides. Bring it back to the center. So you can stay crisscross applesauce. If you want to add on, you're going to take that right foot and bring it all the way over the left thigh. Good. And then you want to wiggle around a little bit so that both hips are on the floor. Preferably the knees are on top of each other. If you got hip issues, stay with crisscross applesauce, all right? The hands go behind the back, clasp them together, reach the knuckles down towards the floor, pull the belly button in, and then lean forward. Ooh, you're feeling that in your right hip. Continue your breath. Maybe walk your hands to the front. Come a little bit further into that stretch. Oh, I feel this. Good, walk the hands back. Bring the arms behind you, lean back and untangle yourself. All right, so the right foot comes in the back, left foot to the front, or whatever one you had first. So try to get those knees almost above each other. You gotta figure out how to put the feet a little bit to the side. Yeah, I know, when one side is tighter, I can feel the difference here already. Nice and tall, hands behind the back, clasp the hands together, reach the knuckles towards the floor. Good, and slightly lean forward. Oi. Not all hips are created equal, apparently. Walk the hands forward. Relax that upper body, if you can, on your thigh. If you're not anywhere close to your thigh, don't worry about it. Work with your flexibility. Breathe into that left hip. Relax it. And then walk the hands back. Good. Lean back slightly. It's easier to come out of that position. Extend the legs in front of you and shake them out. Ooh, makes the whole floor shake. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, reach forward. Grab whatever you can grab here. If that's your knees, it's fine. If it's your ankles or your toes, that's great. Good, and then slowly come up. Crisscross applesauce. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, hands, heart, center. Have a beautiful day.